What's up? After being at work all day long, finally it is here. The Pegasus Turbo has arrived. I've been waiting to get off work all day long to be able to run in these shoes. I ran this morning in my Pegasus 35s just to be able to have something to compare these to, but here it is. The Zoom Pegasus 35 Turbo, size 11. But nobody wants to see a box. And there they are. Alright, so this video is going to be pretty much my first impressions of the new turbos and pretty much what I think about them and my first run in them. I'm planning on doing like a little 4-mile run in my usual area that I like to do. But first off, let's go over here and I'm going to set this up and just immediately go over the things and the differences that I've seen in the shoes so far. Alright, so one of the main things I'm firstly seeing in the shoes, and I'd say it's probably just to save weight, is they've cut out one of the fly wires on each lace that's going down through here. Instead of having 2 fly wires per lace, now there's only 1 fly wire per lace. Also, this translucent mesh material, it has like a plasticky feeling to it and all that. I've heard it been referenced as like a fishnet material. It's like a plasticky material. I don't think it's going to be any kind of water resistant. It might shed a little bit of water or something like that, but I don't think it's going to be absorbent and like a cloth material. But overall, I'm really loving the look of the shoe and the colorway. As far as the outsole pattern, we've got, you know, the nice little octagon lugs on the front and the rear where your high traction areas are going to be. You can actually see the seam on this shoe, and I don't know if you can see it in this shot. Well, there you can, maybe in this. And it looks like there's going to be the React foam. It looks like it's going to be on the bottom, and I'd say it's the Zoom X foam is going to be on the top. It may be the other way around. I don't know which is going to which. I haven't actually seen a blueprint of the shoe to see which one is the React foam and which one is the Zoom X foam. But overall, I'm really loving the look of this shoe so far. Let me go ahead and get these shoes switched out, and I got my Epic Reacts on right now. I'm going to switch them out, and let's go do a 4-mile run. After that, we'll do a conclusion. I'll give my thoughts and everything that I think about this shoe so far. All right, so that was my first 4-mile run in the new Pegasus Turbo. Pushed that a little bit faster than what I meant to. I was aiming for around a 7:30 pace, but I did it at 6:45. So I don't know if it's the shoes, the excitement of having new shoes, or what. But altogether, great run. I'm gonna see you back at the studio. I'm gonna go home, get a shower, get cleaned up and everything, and I'll do a complete overview of all of my thoughts and everything of the shoe. So I'll see you back in the studio. And I'm back. All right, and that feels so much better to get a shower and get all cleaned up. That's my second run for the day. This morning I went on a 4-mile run with the Pegasus 35. That way I sort of have something to compare it against when I got the turbos, and I did about the same course. All right, overall, my thoughts on the turbo, first off. For one, for it to be a 95-degree day today and me doing 4 miles, I can't believe I pushed the pace as much as I was. It wasn't until about mile 2 that I realized I'm going way faster than I planned to, but it did not feel like it. So that's something I'm really happy about this shoe. But like I said before, I don't know if that's where the excitement of having a new shoe or if it's the Zoom X. We'll find out, because I'm going to do a couple more runs with this shoe before I go over there and I make a final conclusion. First, my initial thoughts of the shoe. As far as the translucent mesh upper, it does just as good as the Pegasus 35 upper. With the fly wires, with only having one fly wire per lace, didn't see really any difference at all. And that still had a really, really nice, snug, locked-in feel. Like I said before, I got this in a size 11. I usually wear a size 11 in Nikes. And if I had went a size lower, I'm thinking the toe would have been way too short for me. It does feel a lot looser in the midfoot area, so you had to snug the laces a little bit tighter to get that same kind of feel. But as far as the overall length of the shoe, for me, sticking with a size 11 has worked out pretty good. So if you're running in a Pegasus 35 already and your toes are pretty close to the tip of the shoe, probably just stay with the current size that you're already in and do not go a size down. I would not recommend going a size down. But if you have plenty of room at the front of the toe, then going a size down, you may get a snugger fit around the midfoot area and all that. Other than that, as far as the upper, tongue is still the same. Still use that long tongue and everything. As I don't know why, but it's the Achilles heel, the swept back collar, still the same as the Pegasus 35. Still did a great job. No problems with that. Translucent mesh upper, breathability over those 4 miles, 95 degrees. I felt like it braved just as good, if not maybe a little bit better than the Pegasus 35, because it just didn't seem like it's just as thick of a material over altogether. As far as the upper goes, really happy with it so far, but that is only a 4-mile run. I want to see how it holds up in a 10 to 15 mile run and see how the heat builds up and it dissipates and all that really well like it does, because I really love the Pegasus 35, so we'll go for that. All right, moving on to the midsole. All right, this is my first midsole that I've been running in the Zoom X. All right, this is my first Zoom X midsole, and wow, I'm impressed. I am happy. I'm when these launch officially on August 2nd, I go ahead and I'm planning on buying another pair in a different colorway. This colorway doesn't bother me. You know, I mean, it's got the bright stripe and everything like that. But I think I'm just going to get another colorway and have another one of these in my rotation. That midsole, it's the Pegasus 35 midsole seems really firmer. It still a nice smooth ride and everything. This just seems like you're like a bounce and you're propelled forward the whole time. I love this midsole. That is a first 4-mile run, so I want to see if it continues to hold that consistency over some longer runs and all that. But as far as the midsole goes, really impressed with the midsole. Outsole, shows like no signs of abrasion or anything like that. I mean, it's just short run, so just an initial run. It did really well. It did exactly what it needed to do. Overall, my overall thoughts of this shoe is I'm really impressed. I wish this had been the Pegasus 35, and then we would have had just the Pegasus Turbo and not had the 35. But as far as this shoe, I'm really impressed. I'm really liking it so far. I did weigh this shoe to see the weight difference on this, and a lot of people are claiming an 1.5 ounces lighter than the Pegasus 35. I weighed these, and mine's like 1.2 ounces lighter in a size 11 than the Pegasus 35. So it's not an ounce and a half, but then again, that could be manufacturing changes and stuff like that between the sizes and everything like that. So altogether, I am really impressed with this shoe. Liking it so far. Next week, I'm going to have my initial review of this. Once I've had about 5 to 6 runs in this shoe, I'm going to have an initial review, more in-depth breakdown of everything with all the stats of the shoe. And then probably in the middle of next month, I'm going to have my 100-mile review of this shoe. I see this shoe be going the distance, and I'm hoping that the Zoom X midsole and the React midsole can hold up to 400 miles, because I'd like to see 400 miles in this shoe also. So let me know in the comments below if you have got to run in the Pegasus Turbo before yet, and if you have any questions about the Pegasus Turbo, let me hear them then, and I'll see if I can answer them to the best of my ability. By the time this video gets up, I should be having another, I think I'm scheduling a 10-mile run for these in the morning, so that'll be my long run for this weekend, and then I'm probably going to do a speed work on Sunday. So also, and don't forget to check out my Pegasus 35 100-mile review. I'll have it in the end card of this video. And keep an eye out. Make sure to subscribe. Turn on those notifications. That way you can be ready to see all this, because I have a lot of videos coming up with these shoes as far as a Pegasus 35 versus the Pegasus Turbo video. I'm going to have the Turbo versus React. That way we see the Zoom X midsole versus the React midsole. And if there's any other videos that you would like to see, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about getting them into my August videos coming up. And next week, I will have, or this coming week on Sunday, will be the Pegasus 35 versus my Epic React video. So make sure you check out that. And then next week is going to be my Zoom Streak 6. So that video, it's an old shoe, but I'm loving that shoe so far also. So that should have it. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, leave those questions. Let me see, and I can answer them the best I can. As always, thanks for watching, and thank you for your continued support.